All right, welcome to Module 9, How to Be an Irresistible Online Dater to get in the top 5% of successful online daters. And tonight we have a special guest, Mike Goldstein, coming at us from New York City, where he successfully gets over 85% of his clients into happy relationships in less than 6 dates. Is it, Mike?
Whoa, those are good stats.
Yeah.
It's actually 83%.
Okay.
I'll take the 85, thank you. And it usually takes me 6 to 8 dates to find someone they like.
Cool. That sounds pretty fast and to the point. So I think we've got a lot of knowledge for you to share with the ladies tonight.
Oh, is it go time?
Yeah, no, it's go time. I want you to go straight into it. And then at the end, of course, we'll let everybody know where they can find you. I know you have an additional webinar that they can watch to go into this deeper. I know you're not going to hold back. So the floor is yours whenever you are ready. And you should be able to share your screen.
Yes. Emmy Roll. Thank you so much for having me. This is fantastic. I am so freaking pumped to be here. I love getting people to fall in love, and we are going to show you amazing stuff today. Oh, and I'm so excited. All right, guys, you're probably wondering why the heck you should listen to me. Like, who is this guy? Well, listen, I've been doing online dating for 10 years and teaching it for 10 years. And why the heck do you want to listen to me? Well, about 4 years ago is when I started working with OkCupid, Match, eHarmony, and they send me their data. So everything I'm going to teach you is not going to be like, hey, guys, I think you should do X. It's not going to be any of that nonsense. Everything is based on math and science. I'm not good at the math. They send me the math. Well, I am pretty good at math. But they send me all the data. Everything I give you guys is going to be spot on and backed by math and science. So beautiful. Karishma,
yes.
How pumped are you that you won help in a free profile makeover today?
Oh, I'm super excited.
You looking forward to it?
Yes.
All right. I'm pumped too. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share the screen so we can see your profile. And if you don't mind, I'm going to be a little mean here and there, but it's tough love. I'm going to get you the best profile ever. Is that okay?
Okay, go ahead.
All right. And I'm pumped to work on this. And thank you so much for sending it over early. I got some time to look at it. So thank you. All right. Let's see if I can use technology. I'm going to share my screen. Wish me luck. Here we go.
Good luck.
Did I do it?
You did.
Oh, my God. What a great country.
I know, right? The stuff we can do.
All right. There. Karishma, am I saying your name right? Karishma?
Yes.
Karishma. Here it is.
Yes.
Look how awesome you look. Hey, Emerald.
Yes.
Can you see the screen, or do you want me to zoom in a little bit?
We can see it. And at the same time, I think if you zoom in a little bit, it'll help to be able to read it better.
Oh, my Zoom functionality is not existing. Hold on. Let's click her pictures, and they'll be a bit bigger, I bet, and that'll help us. So guys, if you've got that cheat sheet Emerald sent you, that'll help. It'll show you what we're looking for in the picture. So the first thing we want to do is have a great profile picture. So we're going to do that now. And great profile pictures, it doesn't matter how awesome your profile is. If you don't have some good pictures, the guy's never going to get there. It's the gatekeeper. So let's get these pictures rocking and rolling. Oh, I got to hit view album, huh? So we're looking at shadi.com, and this is like an Indian site. Why can I not see your profile? My profile.
I think she has to undo it. It said private, the message that popped up, didn't it?
It might. Let me see if I can log in under your name, Karishma.
Okay.
Sorry about this, guys.
It's okay. So just so everyone knows, the handout was in the email that got sent out. So if you haven't pulled it up, maybe check your email. It got sent out an hour ago, and you can pull it up so you'll see what Mike's talking about as he's going through it. But if not, no worries. It'll still be in the membership portal, and it is in the email as well.
All right. Okay, now we can see her.
There we go. Yay.
All right, real quick. So what Emerald was talking about was this is one of the free gifts I'm giving you guys. Checklist to be in the top 5% of successful online daters. So it'll show you exactly what you need for a perfect profile picture. I'm just going to highlight one thing real quick. The most important thing is right here. Face should make up 8 to 15% of the entire surface area of the picture.
That's small.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, it's insanely important. This gets more messages than anything else that you can do. So what does that mean? You're probably like, Mike, I have no clue what that means. So this is my face, right?
Yeah.
So if this is a whole picture of me, my face right now is probably making up what, like 7-8%, Emerald?
Yeah, like as I can see it on the screen, that's probably a really good example of what you're saying, the 8 to 15%.
So a lot of people tend to like, I'm going to take this amazing headshot. Here we go, right here. And that is too close. No one needs to see me that close. So 8 to 15%. So Karishma, I'm going to help you with that right now. That's the most important thing. Let's look at you.
Oh, and Kat even said if you do control, it zooms in. She had typed in the chat box.
Oh, I thank you. Control, huh?
Yeah,
Oh.
sorry.
Wow.
I didn't want to try it. But
Aw.
if you hit your control button on your keyboard and then hit the plus button, like the math button, it'll zoom in so we can see it better.
Yeah.
Thank you kindly. I just did it. We're closer. Can you see?
Yes, yes.
Yay.
Oh,
Yay.
much better, yeah.
Go team.
Okay.
Go team fall in love. Let's go. Okay, so there is her picture. All right, so Karishma.
Yes.
This is not my favorite. It's a little too close. This is that headshot that's too close.
Okay.
Once again, too close. This one. Now we're talking.
Okay.
God, you look awesome in this one.
Yeah,
This is the
really
keeper. So this is perfect. Great distance. Your face probably makes up 8 or 9%, whatever. And you look beautiful. You look stunning. You got a great outfit. That's the one. All right.
Okay.
So number 3, keep that one.
Okay.
Hello. This is beautiful. You got a great dress. It shows off your figure. A wonderful smile. You look pretty. Your hair looks great. Fabulous. So this is what we're looking for. And I'm guessing these were professionally done. These look amazing. Professionally done photos are a great way to go. If you're going to do professional shots, which I do suggest, throw in 1 or 2 that's not professional, just so they don't think you're a fake person and don't exist in real life. Because, like, if I just saw this one of Karishma, I'd be like, she's a model. I don't know if she exists. So we need to know. All right. And then, of course, we want 80, 85% of the pictures where you look stunning, like this picture. And then maybe 15% you sprinkle in. You're doing your favorite activity. You're going hiking, biking at the beach, traveling, doing something cool. And maybe in that photo, you're really far away. We can barely see you, but we know what activity you like. And so now we're starting to paint a story. So the story is right here. It's like, wow, Karishma, I could take to an event. She looks fancy. She looks fabulous. And we could do these fun activities. So I've got this beautiful, amazing woman. And imagine the life we could have together doing these fun activities, going to the beach, going whatever you enjoy doing. And even if it's, you know, playing chess or playing a board game, put that out there. We need the people to know authentically exactly who you are, so the right men come to you and you go after the right men and they see your profile, they see it, and they respond because they're into the same things as you.
Now, Mike, what would you suggest if someone was a bit more of a homebody and they actually didn't really do much traveling, didn't really care about hiking or going to the beach? I know you said, oh, you can do
that's such an
playing
awesome
chess,
question.
right? Like, what would you suggest in that case?
Yeah, just nail it. If you've got pictures where you're playing chess or, you know, even, you know, watching your favorite TV show, or you dressed up as, you know, someone from Star Wars or whatever, throw it in there. But big caveat, do not put a picture up there where you do not look good. Even if you're showing off doing something fun, only put it in there if you look good. Or if you're really far away and we can't see you and we're showing the activity, that's okay too. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense to me. Ladies, does that make sense?
Listen.
All right, go Karishma. All right, this one's too close. This one's good. That one's good. Pretty good. I like the other two better. This one you look not as pretty as the other two, but it's a winner. It's good distance from the camera. I like this one. Different facial expression, new outfit. I like that. So these two are basically the same thing. I'd probably use, I'd use this one. I like this one better. If you've got the same outfit showing the exact same story, there's really no point to doing both of them. You only need one.
Okay.
If you are going to be wearing the same outfit, no big deal. Just put it, put one in the red outfit, one yellow, then red. So go every other so it doesn't look like, it's kind of like if you wear the same thing 2 days in a row.
Okay.
It may not be dirty. You can maybe do Monday, Wednesday, but you can't stack them. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Oh, Karishma. I like this one. Now we're talking.
Yeah, that's one of my faves.
You got a good pose, and this dress is phenomenal. Ladies, as a man, we love seeing curves. All right? And this is what we're talking about. That's nice. I like that. That's a good one. So definitely, if you're getting professional shots done, I am not your guy to help you with outfits. Maybe Emerald or the photographer. But work on getting the right outfits for your body. Everyone's got a different body, but find something that makes sense for you. And once again, don't ask me. Fashion's not my thing. Well, that's nice. Hello. That's good. I like that. So, not to be inappropriate, but I got to give you all the stats. If you show cleavage, you get 64% more messages than everybody else.
Wow.
So having a little cleavage isn't a bad thing. But you got to be careful. You may be getting the wrong type of messages. So this might be something you want to experiment with and see what's right for you. Because as we know, or maybe we don't, 95% of incoming messages are not going to be what you're looking for anyway. So be careful, play with it, see what you want to do, and see what kind of messages you get. Too close. Too close. And that one's not bad. I think we have one similar up at the top, don't we? Oh, no, that'll work. Oh, it's similar to this one. So that one versus number 13. Let's see. Is it the same photo?
I think it's the same.
Same photo. Karishma, let's get on it. Let's get rid of one of them. All right, great job. Karishma, you did wonderful. Whoever you're, the photo shoot person, awesome job. It looks like we got 3 to maybe like 5 that are good. So I'd probably just delete all the ones I told you and just rock with the 5. And then maybe if you have some non-professional where you're doing an activity or other non-professional where you look beautiful, pop that on there. We want the men to know how stunning you are. So that's awesome.
Mike, do you have an opinion of selfies versus not using selfies on your profile?
In an ideal world, we definitely avoid the selfie. But if you have a selfie where you happen to look fabulous, put it up there. I will say if you're doing angles, you want to come north to south or high to low, so you're shooting down. Everyone looks better for whatever reason coming that angle. And then, obviously lighting and everything. But yeah, try to avoid the selfies.
Okay.
Any other questions before we move on from pictures?
Ladies, anyone have questions on just pictures in general? Guess not. I guess you nailed it, Mike.
Oh, pictures. All right, we did it, guys. We're moving. All right, how do I close this? Bam. All right, we're back to your profile. So, Karishma, you did a pretty good job with this. And you obviously did some research on my methodology because it looks like you followed a lot of it, which I really like. Unfortunately, though, I do have some bad news. Everyone I work with, I pretty much just overhaul their profiles like 97% of the time, even if they've had them professionally written. I have a very specific method, which I'm going to show you guys today, which is exciting, and we're going to actually do it. So this would be like having a session with me. So Karishma, we're going to rock it. We are going to build your profile from scratch. We probably don't have time to do the whole thing, but we're going to do a good portion of it, and then we'll open it up to questions, and then we'll get out of here. All right. So what we're going to do is we are just going to open a Word document, and we will start from scratch. I'll zoom in so you guys can see.
And pretty much this is the process you're doing with all of your clients, right?
Yeah, this is exactly what I do.
Okay.
So I usually grab their profile, I rip it to shreds, unfortunately, and then we start. So I stole this from OkCupid because it actually does a great job when you do it right of showing exactly who you are. So 6 things you can't live without. All right. So let's review real quick. So the essence of a great profile, so if we're looking here, I tried to make this super simple, although it's really hard to execute. You want to be wildly specific. So let me give you an example. Like people all the time try to say their personality, like, my friends say I'm nice, I'm kind, I'm energetic, and blah, blah, blah. And you read this, and you're like, I don't know what the heck that means. So you really need to be specific. And so you got to tell a story. And so, Karishma, this whole time we're going to be wildly specific and really show what your life looks like and show if it's compatible. So we're just going to go into it. Can we unmute Karishma? I need your help.
Yes.
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Hi, Karishma.
Hello.
Hello. All right, talk to me. 6 things you can't live without. What is number 1? And it doesn't have to be in order.
Family.
Ooh, family. All right. So here's how you need to grill yourself because everyone's gonna be, rewriting their profile. So she wants to say family. I am not going to accept that answer, and you should not either. It needs to be wildly specific. So we're going to dig deeper. All right, Karishma. Who is the family member that you could not live without?
Well, it would have been my mother, but she has already passed away, so I don't know.
Ooh. All right, so people alive, Karishma, who's the person? And sorry about your mom.
I think my sister.
Your sister.
Yes.
Older, younger?
Elder.
Older. All right. So now we write my older sister. That's specific. But now I want to know why. What is the one thing that you either do or talk about that you just never could do without?
We both, actually this sister and I, we both share the same birthdays. We both are born on the same day. So even though we are not twins, we have 1 year difference, but we were born on the same day. So we have a lot of compatibility.
And so what's your favorite thing to do with her or favorite thing to talk about?
Talk about my day with her and talk about her day with her.
Okay. And does she, if you have problems, does she help you solve them?
Yes.
So is the most important thing kind of talking about just random your day, or is it her helping you with specific problems? Or what's the most valuable thing that if we take it away from you, it'd be really rough for you?
We're just talking about our day.
So you like to talk about your day.
Yes.
Okay. How often do you talk to her?
At least twice a week.
And does she live in the same country as you now?
No, we are in different countries.
Ah. And she's in where, India?
She's in United Kingdom.
You said United Kingdom?
Yes.
And you're in Australia?
Yes.
Ah.
So there is some time difference problems, but we somehow managed to connect.
And when you talk, how long do you talk for?
Half an hour.
And when you talk to her, how does that make you feel?
Happy, lively.
Do you find it that it's a de-stressor?
Yes, definitely.
Do you think that's her main purpose, or it's more just, or not, is her main purpose to alleviate stress or give you happiness? Or what do you think the number one thing she does for you?
She gets me all excited and jump out of bed and like go after my goals.
Ah. What do you think of that for your profile?
Sounds awesome. Looks good.
Yeah, I love it. So look where we went from. We were going to say your family, and then we were going to move on to number 2. But now we've got something special. Talking to my 1-year-old sister in the UK. So here's what that does. 1-year-old, that's pretty cool. We call that Irish babies. She's in the UK. So that does a few things. That shows that you probably have access to good finances. You guys are in different countries. London or England's expensive. You're well traveled, and so you're probably well traveled. And then we also are showing that you're motivated. Because if you jump out of bed and go after goals, that means you're ready to rock and roll. You want to make things happen. So just in those 2 sentences, that's what we portrayed. That's pretty cool, right?
Yes.
The other thing, I really like numbers. Men love numbers. We love stats. Like, think about a man who watches sports. He loves to know people's batting averages and how many goals and how many touchdowns and all that nonsense. We got stats here. You twice a week, 30 minutes, 1 year older. We love numbers. It's beautiful. And it's easier to look at. And we know kind of what things look like. Like if you were talking twice a week for 4 hours each phone call, like, whoa, she's got a serious relationship with her sister. Like, is she going to have time for me? Oh, that's nice. I'm a very busy person. She can spend her time with the sister. We want to know all these things. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. Let's do at least one more. What is number 2, Karishma?
Without my, like, I can't live without my morning routine.
Say it one more time.
I can't live without my morning routine, without doing my morning routine.
Ooh. What is your morning routine?
Getting out of bed, thanking the bed, telling myself in the mirror that I love you, then meditation, yoga, and then breakfast.
Ooh. All right. I caught some of that. All right. So what time do you wake up?
7:15.
So I like to include this. Once again, we're doing numbers, but I want to know the lifestyle. Like me, I run my own business. There's no way in heck I'm getting up at 7:15. It's just not happening. I'm probably getting up more like 8 or 9 o'clock.
Sounds like me.
Yeah. Like I just hit my stride around 8 p.m., which is what time it is now for me. I'm like ready to rock. All right, but so 7:15 like doesn't mesh with the person. Do they like to wake up then? Which it may not be a big deal. Like obviously my fiance, she wakes up early and just leaves me alone. But it can mesh, like, because you want to be able to do things together, get up at the same time, share things. So beautiful. You wake up at 7:15 a.m. Then what do you do?
First thing I do is thank my bed for the good night's sleep.
I freaking love that. That's so cool. And before we move on, we're going to talk more about what I love about this is it shows you're unique. Like no one freaking does that I know. And that's really cool. Like I'd read that and be like, yes, why wouldn't we thank the bed? Absolutely. Let's be thankful. Let's be grateful for life and let's be happy. And so this is really exciting on another front too. So it shows a few things. One, you're spiritual because you probably, well, we're going to move on to meditation, but we know you're spiritual. So certain people are going to be looking for that. Certain people are going to be turned off by that, which is great. We don't like, if they're not into you, goodbye. If they are, come on, let's go. So that's beautiful. The other piece of this, someone who's thankful. That's exciting. As a man, I'm pumped up. So thankful, this alludes to you're probably happy because anyone who wakes up and is thankful and glowing, you must have a happy life. And so those are the types of women that we really want to marry because our thought process is we want someone who's happy. And if they're already happy, we want to keep them happy. And if you're happy already, I feel that if I'm in this relationship, that I can keep you happy for life because obviously it's pretty easy. You just have to wake up and you're happy. It's not like I had to do something crazy. So this is exciting. You look like, we call it low maintenance woman, easy to make happy. That's exciting. And that makes me want to ask you on a first date because I can be successful. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, beautiful. Let's finish the routine. You wake up 7:15, thank your bed, then what?
I go in front of the mirror and tell myself, oh, Karishma, you look beautiful. I love you. You are the best.
A little slower. You go in the mirror.
I go in the mirror and tell myself, I love you. You are the best.
Yeah. Karishma, we're going to get along. Now we're talking. All right, so you're the best. I agree.
Yeah.
This is the best profile is what this is. If I was single, watch out. All right, so we're doing that thing. So you're the best. We got that. What's next?
After going to the bathroom and freshing up, I come back and do my meditation.
How long do you meditate for?
10 minutes.
And then what do you do?
Yoga, half an hour.
For half an hour?
Yes.
What kind of yoga?
Kundalini yoga.
Say it again.
Kundalini yoga.
Kundalini, Mike.
Kundalini.
Yeah, you might not be familiar with that one.
Oh, who wants to see my spelling ability? Here we go.
Starts with a K.
Oh, that's a good start. Kundalini, what is it?
Kundalini. Close.
Touchdown? Is that a touchdown?
No.
Underline?
Kundalini. Right, Karishma?
Lini.
Oh, Ni.
Yes.
Am I close?
Get rid of the last.
All right, we got it.
Whatever.
We're close. Karishma, you got my back. We're a team now. When I send this to you, you'll fix it for me.
Okay.
All right, we got to move on because I think this might take me another half hour. All right. That is great. Let me reread this. My morning routine. I wake up at 7:15 a.m. and thank my bed for the good night's sleep. And then I go in the mirror and say, I am the best. Next, I meditate for 10 minutes and then do Kundalini yoga for 30 minutes. We need more. What does this routine do for you?
Get me excited.
Okay. So this is another thing that excites you to jump out of bed and get your day rocking and rolling.
Make me feel lively and joyful. Happy to be alive. Happy to move my body with yoga.
I don't think we need it. So we've already got that up here. So she excites me to jump out of bed and go out to my goals. Is there a new feeling that this does for you that's not set up here?
No.
Okay, it's the same thing. All right, that's fine. All right, beautiful. All right. So 6 things I can never do without you. We're going to go rock and roll down to 6. Then what I want to do, I like to do a section, and I would steal this exactly how I do it, with white space. I love the white space. I love the list. It's easy to read. I hate those big, long paragraphs. They're so scary. You know, if you go back to English class and everyone teaches you proper structure, you want nothing to do with that. Any copywriter will tell you tons of white space, small words, keep it short. Think if a 2nd grader could understand this, we like that. And you don't need good long paragraphs. You want a lot of white space, a lot of enters, so people that start reading, finish reading. And you'll probably see that, like if you join my email list, you'll be like, wow, I think Mike just got out of 2nd grade. Like he cannot write properly. And I actually can write properly, but to get people to read things, you got to go short and keep it concise. We're all busy, right? So same thing with a profile. Karishma, what is your favorite food of all time?
Indian food is all good.
Oh, you're talking my language. I love Indian food. So the key here is we got to be specific because I want people to be able to ask questions. So what Indian dish is your favorite?
Dal makhani.
Dharma, bro.
Dal makhani with the rice.
Dharma what?
Dal, D-A-L. Makhani, M-A-K-H-A-N-I.
All right. I don't know what that is, but I bet it's delicious. Right.
If you come to Australia, I will eat feed you this.
All right. All right. So if you're on your deathbed and tomorrow it's all over, what is your final meal? Is it dal makhani?
Probably, yes.
Okay. So do you have something healthy that you like to eat as well? That's your favorite? That's maybe part of your routine?
Quinoa.
What is it?
Quinoa?
Oh, quinoa.
Yes.
Okay. See if I can butcher another spelling. Oh, we did it. Let's go. Come on. Okay, kids. We're in it. Okay. Quinoa. What kind of quinoa? Let's be specific. You got a favorite?
Tricolor quinoa.
Yeah. Okay. Now we're talking. So it's so much more interesting when we have really specific things. All right, movies, TV. What is your favorite movie of all time?
Most of them are Indian actually.
Okay.
Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum. It's an Indian movie.
Okay. I'm just going to say, that's what I got out of that. So that's what I'm going to say. Kashi. Okay. Beautiful. What's your favorite TV show?
I hardly watch TV, so nothing in TV.
Okay. Beautiful. That's great. I'm so glad you said that. If you don't watch TV, get rid of this. Bam. Let's pretend you do watch TV. I'll make some things up for you. You want to be wildly specific and then go over a few genres if you do watch TV. So, like, I like Game of Thrones. What's a comedy? Emerald, what do you got for a comedy for me?
Sex in the City.
Boom, Sex in the City. They've been playing that like nonstop on E. It's been fabulous.
I know. It's the 20-year reunion. I've been binge watching it nonstop.
Yeah, me too. I love that show.
Yeah.
And I'm not gay.
Weird. Let me ask you this, though. Would
Yeah.
there be a benefit to Karishma saying specifically, these are my favorite movies, but I actually don't watch TV? So that a man knows, like, what if his favorite pastime is 3 hours a night of TV when he gets home? Right?
Yeah, I find that actually wildly helpful. You want to mesh things, and of course, like if there is some few things that don't mesh, that don't sync up, maybe you build a lifestyle together that you find a balance. So maybe if you watch 3 hours, all of a sudden you're with your partner and you're only watching an hour and a half. They watch an hour and a half, and now you're doing other fun things.
Got it.
But documenting that, to your point, on the profile is wildly important. Put where you're at today so that at least when you guys come on that first date, we've got a starting ground. We're here, and then together we can come here. But at least we know where we're at before we get on the date. And so, yeah, wildly important. All right, movies, TV, food, music. And I like this section mostly just for talking points that people can message you. Like, oh, did you see the last Game of Thrones? Or who's your favorite Sex in the City character? You know, everyone loves to ask that. Karishma, give me some music that you love.
Most of my music includes listening to audios of Louis Hay.
Is that what I heard?
Louise Hay.
Oh. Did I spell it right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Louis Hay. So this is great. So I don't know who that is. And then if I was interested in you, I could ask you who that is. That could be my opener. All right. I love to have one section. Do you love to travel, Karishma?
Yes.
So this is like almost everyone loves to travel. So this is one of my favorite things to do. What's your favorite place to go to?
Paris.
Ooh.
Never been there, but would love to.
What do you love about Paris?
I have learned French, so that really gets me excited in going to Paris, and especially the French cuisine.
All right, so this isn't perfect, but let's just pretend it is for now. I'd tweak this, but this is a starting point. I would be more specific on the food part, but we just for the point of time, you guys get it. Let's move on. But then I would say, where's your next place to travel to that you're dying to go to?
I would love to visit my sister in UK.
Manchester. Do you want to watch a soccer game there by any chance?
Yes.
There we go. Is that the main reason, or you just want to see the town?
Just see the town.
Okay. Can you guys see the screen or is it too small?
I can see it pretty well.
Okay.
I can see it.
Everyone see it? Okay.
You can see it? If you've been, please message me some recommendations, and I promise I will respond.
That's awesome.
All right, this thing crushes for a multitude of reasons. One, men are wildly afraid of rejection. We hate being rejected. So we know we're not going to be rejected if we message you because you promise you will respond. But ladies, I give you permission. You don't need to respond if you don't want to. And please don't if you're not interested. But we just got more messages. Second thing, 95% of profiles are awful. And there's really nothing for a man to grab onto to message you. So if you at least have this, he has a way to message you. So you got rid of his fear of rejection and you gave him a way to message you. Now, let's say he's never been to Manchester. Well, if he wants to message you, he's going to Google Manchester and come up with some nonsense, and he'll send it to you just so he can message you. And I love that. He put in the effort. He's putting in some effort. He really wants you. That's great. So this is fabulous. It's going to get you more messages. And the goal is get you more messages, teach you how to funnel through them quickly, and then go after the right guys. I already know that 19 out of 20 messages incoming is not going to be good for you, which is fine. But we might as well get that number up. So then, and we'll funnel through them quick. Like you should be able to know if a guy's right for you pretty quickly. And then you go on the dates with the right ones. But then obviously even more important than that is messaging men. So once you have a great profile where people understand who you are, then we can start going after men. And I'm not sure if everyone's familiar with my process. Emerald, no one knows what my process is for that, right?
No, not that I know of.
All right. I don't have time to go over the whole thing. But bottom line, what I do is I find that it's way more effective to message men. And what my system is for a numbers person is it's a 50-12-1 system. What we'll do is in 20 minutes, we'll message 50 people. And then about 12 of them, we'll message 50 men asking them on a date. And then 12 of them will probably want to go on a date with you. And then from the 12, you select one to go on a date that week. So could you imagine if you had 12 date options and you only select one, isn't there a pretty good chance that date's going to be good? What do you think, Karishma?
Sounds good.
I agree. And so with that system, that's what we found. We only need to meet about 6 to 8 guys to find someone we like when we repeat that over and over again. So really high level, how that works is we're just copy and pasting a message to 50 guys. We're not reading their profile. We're not doing much research. Reason being, I want to optimize all your time. We're all very busy people. And so in 20 minutes, you're just going to copy, paste, send. You're going to look at his thumbnail picture, you're going to send. The reason you can get away with this is men don't get many messages. I remember when I was doing online dating, I got maybe 1, 2 a month. I'm not that terrible looking. It doesn't happen. And this is not an anomaly. The whole male population, we don't get many messages unless you're on Bumble. But we're using Match. We're using the bigger sites. Anyway, you have no competition. Men aren't getting messages. Now, we don't care that's a copy and paste. We do not care. We are so excited we got a message. If I see a message, I'm like, oh my God, I did it. Someone likes me. Whoa. Oh, it's the best day ever. And I'm going to do my happy dance, and I'm going to find a reason to please go on a date with this woman. Or maybe it's god-awful and I can't, but I'm going to read the profile. I'm going to click through all the pictures. I'm going to spend a lot of time looking at this puppy because I never get messages. So that's exciting. Women, on the other hand, as you know, all of you are beautiful, and you guys get 2, 4, 10, 20 a day. I don't know, a lot. And so you have to funnel through it quickly. Men, on the other hand, slow, and we think about it. All right, so you send your 50 messages. Other thing, there's no reason to waste time on this. Some of these guys are never going to check this. Some of them have girlfriends. Some of them are married. Some of them are maybe starting to see someone, or they're not interested. There's a gazillion reasons they're not going to respond. So I can't stand spending upfront time for no reason. So no upfront time, no research, nothing. Send the message. Bada bing, bada boom. Then hopefully the guy responds. You get 12. Now that you got 12 and you know he's interested, wants to go on a date with you, now you do some research and decide who you're going to go on a date with. Okay. I probably just like confused all of you a ton.
I think everyone needs to watch your webinar.
Yes. I break down that whole system. I show this whole thing on a webinar. So Emmy's going to send you a link to that. It's on my page, easydatingcoach.com. It's totally free. It cost me a ton to make this webinar. I spent $10,000 building this thing. This is my baby. So go watch it. You'll learn amazing stuff. And it's much more organized and better. And I pre-recorded it, and it's beautiful. It's my masterpiece. So go check it out. That's the thing that gets 83% of my clients into a relationship. That's part of this. This was very specific. That was going to give you the whole system. Check that out.
Let me ask you a quick question, two of them actually. So Lacey has a question, but also in the Facebook group. So Christina is currently living on Okinawa, a small island off like the coast of Japan. And she's like, there's no people on these sites where I live. I'm in the middle of the ocean. And I know one of our women in the group, she's not here tonight, she lives in a small town in the UK. What do you suggest when quite literally, if they're trying to online date, but they're not, like the market's not there?
Yeah. So that's a great question. If the market truly is not there, my system's not going to work. I'm really sorry. But a lot of people think it's small when it's actually not that small. So if you've got, I'd say 150 to 250 people, there's still some people to message. You could do my thing if 150 people exist. You can do my process 3 times. So go on those dates, send those 150 messages, and pick 1 or 2 guys that are good and go on those dates. But after that, then you're in trouble. Then you got to go find some meetup groups, go meet people in person, go to the supermarket. If you see a cute guy, you better go talk to him. If you enjoy doing yoga, you better go to some yoga classes. You better go find some events that men are at. Like I love, jiu-jitsu. I went to a class myself, and it was all guys. And then one woman was there. I'm like, she's a genius. All these men, there's like 25 men in this class, and this woman gets all of them to herself. She could have anyone she wants. And what's also brilliant, especially if you pick something that you're maybe not the best at and you're new to, but you're excited to learn, you come up, you see me, who's a master at jiu-jitsu. I'm not, but let's pretend. You're like, Mike, can you help me with this jiu-jitsu move? And all of a sudden, like, we're wrestling, and I'm showing you how to do a move, and then you go, and you're interested, and you're actually learning, and then you get it, and you learn the move. It's like, Mike, oh my God, because of your genius, I can now do this move. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, pretty good at this stuff. And all of a sudden, I'm excited. I'm like, you know, this Emerald chick that's in my jiu-jitsu class, she's pretty cool. Like, you know, she makes me feel good about myself. Maybe I should ask her out. So anyway, if there's no people, your job is to make some people by going do some activities.
I like it.
Yeah. What else you got for me?
All right, Lacey, I'm going to unmute you, my dear. Let's see. All right, go for it. You're live.
Awesome. Hey, Mike, thanks for hanging out with us.
Hey, Lacey.
So I have a question. I've actually heard your process before. I saw a webinar that you did, and I have been trying it out. And I have a couple questions. One is, if more than one person messages you that you're interested in, can you still kind of go back to that pool for dates, or should you always just be messaging new people?
Hold on. All right. So we got a guy that you like.
We're picking 1 out of the 12, let's say, right? But say there's actually like 3 that are like, oh, maybe I would want to hang out with them.
I love these problems. Now we're talking. All right. Yeah, so that happens all the time, actually. And it's a great problem to have. What you do is you pick 1 or 2 for that week, and never more than 2 a week. If you go on more than 2 dates a week, it's just a lot. And you start getting them all confused. So pick 1 or 2, and then next week, you book out that week. And then after that week, you book out the next week. And if you do this for a few weeks, all of a sudden one of them is going to become the clear winner. And then you can focus on that guy. And then boom, you're not single anymore.
Awesome. Okay, second question.
Yeah.
What do you say to the guys that you just asked out, but then decide that you don't want to hang out with them, or do you not say anything?
So you asked out the 50 guys, then they come back and you're not interested.
Right.
You have 2 options. 1, for saving time, just don't say anything. Honestly, I like that method. It just saves a lot of fighting, and really no one's that vested. You sent a quick message. Yeah, a guy may get upset, but he's going to get over it. It's not, you didn't have a 5-year relationship.
Yeah.
But a lot of people want to do nice things. So I just have a copy and paste saved where it's like, hey, I relooked at your profile. I don't think it's a fit. I wish you so much success in your dating life. Take care. And then you move on.
Okay.
So, and then you save that, you copy paste, it'll be efficient. Control V, boom, on to the next one.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Mike, do we have time for one more?
I would love to do one more.
Sweet. All right, Malay G, you are live, my dear. Oh, no, you're not. You're muted. Sorry, me. Hold on.
I'm having problems with my microphone.
There you are. We can hear you.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Can't see you, but we can hear you.
Yeah, thank you. So, but if you feel like I live in a place different than the place that I was born. So I was born in the city and now I live in a countryside. So it's really, really, really hard for me to find men that are kind of fits in what I like. So most definitely it's gonna have to be from outside city, long distance.
I'm sorry, so you live in the country.
Yeah.
And there's not many men, and what was your question?
It is, but it's not many men that matches with what I like to do.
Okay.
Yeah. So most definitely is gonna be outside city, outside the countryside. So it's gonna have to be a long distance.
So how many people, where do you live?
I live in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Tulsa. What's the most predominant site? Have you ever tried Match.com there?
I have tried Match.com here. I have tried it all, but.
And so you probably don't have this data, but the first thing I would do is like around your age range, probably like, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
35.
35? Okay. And then what ages do you want to date?
Well, so I do like to do like, I was born in a city. So everything for me, it's like, one example, it's like late. So I don't go out and a date for have a dinner like 6 o'clock. I go out to have dinner like 8, 9. So, but by 9 o'clock, everything is closed. So I'm not going to, so it's just like a dumb example, just to give you an example. So I'm not into like farms, and I do like garden, but I'm not like into the countryside.
Okay.
So, yeah. So that's the kind of data that I have been into here. And believe me or not, it was like a lot. And so my question for me now, I believe it has to be somebody from outside. I don't think that. I'm going to.
Well, the long-term answer is probably move to where similar interests are.
Yeah. I got that part.
But short-term, I think you'd be surprised. Like, so if there's you in Tulsa, there must be someone like you that's also in the same situation that likes cities, just happens to be in Tulsa. And remember, you only need to find one person. So maybe you have to funnel through, 300-400 guys to find one guy that makes sense. But that's part of it. That's part of dating. Like, you got to funnel fast. And getting very efficient at zooming through guys to find the guy that makes sense is kind of got to be your mission moving forward. How can I get faster at this so that I spend less time and get on the dates that make sense for me? Because I'm sure there's one guy in Tulsa, or probably more than one, that also likes city living and just happened to be there in this moment.
It probably. I haven't found one in 4 years, but I'm going to keep on trying. And my question would be like, it has to be a long distance. So that number that you said, like 12 or pick one per week, might not happen.
Yeah, and that's okay. Even if it's one every month or one every 2 months, it's not giving up, but also you'll be shocked at how many new options come available, because right now almost every woman is just waiting for messages. And when you wait, it can take a long time. Remember, 95% of incoming traffic doesn't make sense for you. But when you start reaching out, the numbers go way up. And it happens a lot faster when you're doing 50-12-1. And so that's what we're looking to accomplish, is expedite the whole process.
Okay.
And Malaysia, what I would suggest is, now that you've learned this new process from Mike, like, go back into it with a brand new mindset about it, of like, this can work. Like, I'm looking to funnel through, and maybe you weren't reaching out to as many men. Maybe you need to say in your profile, I'm more of a city girl who's stuck in the country temporarily, to attract in the right type of city men. I'm just stuck in Tulsa doing my studies.
Yeah, it is in there. Like, I'm not into the countryside at all. So
yeah.
It is in there.
That's perfect advice. Because then everyone's going to know, like, what you're all about, and then you'll get the right folks. So that's perfect.
Okay. Thank you.
Mike, do we have time for one more from Karishma?
Karishma, let's go quick. Let's go.
Yes, you have already given me some great suggestions to add on my profile, so thanks for that. But I wanted to know, what about what I have already written on the profile? Do you think I should remove anything?
I would try to work it into my structure. So your profile needs to go into my system, because a lot of it, so some of your profile is very specific. And I think when you reread it, you'll realize a lot of it is very general and not stats driven and not white space. So I build it into this system. And then you also want to add, you can't see my screen, but the last section is on a typical Friday night I do. So then that would look like I get home from work at 6. By 7 o'clock, I made myself brown rice with eggplant with olive oil and Tabasco sauce, so super specific. Then I watch 2 episodes of Game of Thrones. I'm in bed by 11 o'clock. I wake up at 7. I wake up and I tell my bed, we did it, best night's sleep ever. And so you walk through that whole process and show it. But build it into my structure. Right now you have that paragraph, so put it in a structure that makes a man easy to look at. We just zoom, and that'll be beautiful.
Thank you.
Awesome.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mike. Just on behalf of us all, so appreciate your time today. And I'm sure these women learned so much. If I was single, I'd be freaking excited to practice what you just taught. And so that format that you did for Karishma, the last thing was my typical Friday night.
Yes.
Would you be willing to send that to me in addition to Karishma, and then I can also post it in the Facebook group for the women so they can see the template?
Sure can.
That would be amazing. Thank you.
I'm on it.
All right. Any final words, Mike, before you go off to crush it in your soccer game?
Yes. Final words. 1, thank you so much for having me. I love spreading the word. And all of you watching, you are like one message away, one date away from finding your guy. So like, heads up, like, get excited. Don't give up. If you use my system and you have an attitude that I can never lose, everyone that has that attitude and has my system gets their guy. Fact. I've got, I'm on, I think, about to get my 11th marriage. He just bought the ring. This system works, but only if you don't give up. So if you do it for a long enough time, you cannot fail. So everyone go out there and go get your guy, and then send me a message, give me the high five, and we'll be like, we did it. Bam. So thank you guys for having me. I'm off to soccer.
Yay. Thank you, Mike, for your time. You are absolutely amazing and inspiring.
Yes. See you guys.
Bye.
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 All right, ladies, we're going to let Mike go. So appreciate you all being on the call tonight. If you have, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send out the email with, of course, the recording, with the document that he went over with Karishma with the profile, but then also Mike does have an amazing webinar. He was actually telling me about the process where he goes more into detail of the process he teaches his clients. Tonight, he wanted it to be really interactive, so Karishma would get the benefit of it, and you could see, like, how would he make over someone's profile, and especially in the case of when he went from family to sister to those details, right? Like, we were able to get so much out of it. Now, if you are of the opinion that online dating isn't for you, that's fine. You can completely disregard much of this information, but I thought it was also really amazing and pertinent that Mike was saying, like, hey, if your pool's limited for online dating, that's not stopping you from putting yourself out there and talking to a guy in the supermarket or going to a class that's mainly men, so you're the only woman, and then asking for help, right? So similarly to stuff we have been talking about, a lot of it is mindset and putting yourself out there and trusting that it is going to work for you, and this time is going to be different. And so if I could also just tag on to what Mike was saying there, I really think that is the most important takeaway. It doesn't matter if you're dating online or dating in person. I mean, the benefits, of course, to online is it can certainly increase your chances because it is a bigger pool. But if you're in a place like Okinawa, Japan, in Christina's case, that might not be an option, but we also might be limiting ourselves because we think, well, this is what it is. So that's just my final tidbit to throw in there. So with that being said, before we wrap up, does anybody have any questions, knowing, like, I'm not the online dating master? That's absolutely Mike. He's been doing it for 10 years. He's really phenomenal at it. But do we have any other questions to discuss as a group before we leave? I lost the word.
I love that Mike liked my photos so much. I was, after getting because I didn't do a lot of makeup. So after getting the photos done, I was like critical of myself that maybe Mike won't like it. I should have done some more makeup. I should have done this. I should have done that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got it.
No, they were great. They were really beautiful. Like, you did pick good dresses, good colors. And I think it's important to show your true side. And if you don't normally wear a lot of makeup and then you do for the pictures, it's not going to be accurate. Whereas for me, I wear red or pink lipstick all the time. And so I think it would be important if I had a profile that I would be wearing lipstick, because that's what you're going to get when you see me. And so, yeah, so take to heart what he said, throw in a couple of pictures that are more just you, maybe you with your sister, you with friends, you around the house, you whatever it is that you do in your free time. And it sounds like you're going to have a really amazing profile when you're done with it. And I hope you post it in the Facebook group for us to see it so we can see the after, and maybe we have some ideas for you too.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm excited for you. Anybody else, my dears? All right. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited for you guys, especially if you decide that you want to try the online dating again, or at least, you know, put to practice what Mike suggested and see what happens for you, right? Like, the worst that can happen is you try. It's like it's just a completely different avenue. So, All right. Well, with that being said, next week is U.S. holiday, 4th of July, so no official call. I did throw in an extra Q&A call on the 5th. You'll get an email about that. But if you don't join us, that's fine. Feel free to take a week off and enjoy your beautiful self. All right. Well, that's it then. Bye, beauties. I hope you all have a wonderful night.
Question, can you hear me?
Oh, yes. Hi, Diane.
Hi. Are you emailing? Because I'm not getting any emails from you.
Yes. Yeah.
Could you put me on the list? Because I've been all messed up because I didn't get a reminder and I've been traveling and whatever, and I'm like scrambling to figure it out. So
yeah. So here's the thing, Diane.
Yeah.
You are on the list. I've checked. My guess would be that they're going to spam. And so when I emailed you the link with the actual link in the membership portal, that has all the call times listed there.
Yeah, but didn't you change them?
I changed it on the website too.
Oh, you changed it there.
Yep. And then I know you're not on Facebook, but in the Facebook group, there's a link there as well that's got all the updated call times as well. So I don't know what more to do about the email thing. I'm sorry, because I did check you are getting them. They're probably going to spam. But
I didn't see them in spam. Okay.
Unless you have another email I could try, absolutely. Unfortunately, spam filters are sometimes crappy. But if you go into the membership portal or in the Facebook group, I've also put the call times there too, so you can add them to your calendar. Yeah,
but do you email? Have you been emailing?
I send 3 emails a week with the reminder emails.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any.
Ladies, you're all getting them, right?
Yeah, I get all.
Because I'm on the list too, so that I know that I'm getting the emails, which means I know you guys get them. It's an automated system. Like, it was created by my VA months ago, so every single week it's.
All right, could you just check? Because it's. I mean, I'll look again and email you if it's in spam, but I haven't gotten any, and I've been traveling between Connecticut and Maine, so sometimes there's not. I'm running around, but I always check my email, but sometimes I'm like, running around a little confused about the time, but I never get anything from you.
Huh. Okay, I'll double check.
I don't know if that's how you operate and everything's just in the Facebook group or whatever, but I kind of thought you were emailing everyone.
I am. You're on the list. I'll take a screenshot and show you your emails on the list and as they go out.
All right. So it is. I'm just not getting
every week.
What's that, me?
Do you send those emails every week?
Yeah, I send out one on Monday morning, one the day of, and then one an hour before the call.
So this week was the first week that I got them.
Really?
Really. So when I saw, I was like, ooh, she's doing something new. But this week was the first week that I got them.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm always scrambling. I don't know. I feel like I'm just scrambling with this whole thing. And I really, I just expected to get like an email or two, just a reminder, here's the time or whatever. So I'm not always having to log in, go back, whatever.
Sure.
So maybe I'm not the only one, but yeah. I'll check spam, but I have checked spam recently and I'm just not getting anything.
I mean, I will absolutely double check. I don't want this to get into a discussion of he said, she said, and I'm proving myself. Yeah, no, but I mean, I will absolutely log in and show you everybody's email and say, there's not much I can do around technology if it says it sent you the email.
No, need. For me, was fine. I was looking to the Facebook and I'm fine. I just thought there was something new this week, but I'm completely fine.
Yeah. I mean, I'll absolutely look into it. I mean, as it says, it's got okay, I'll look into it for you. Absolutely.
Yeah. The only thing I can think of is there's just a dot. Sometimes people forget the dot. That's all.
So how it happens, Diane, I'll explain a little bit of the tech. When you sign up for the program and pay, it automatically puts that email address into it. So I didn't actually type it in. That's technology. It took your email, it put it in this list, and then because you're in that list, it triggers and it sends out the emails every week. So I actually didn't do anything. It automatically happened when you signed up.
Right. Oh, I mean, I've looked, but I'll look again and maybe somehow it isn't spam or going to spam.
Yeah, do a search for support at emeraldsinclair.com and start there, and hopefully you can find them and then add to contacts or star or VIP, whatever your email service provider does.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome, hon. All right, my dears, any other questions? All right. Well, have a beautiful, beautiful night.